New poll, please vote. Do you want I do more social media internet? Yes, no. Avril Bella's newest travel adventures, or Avril and Pets for Babies Bella's Fairies Gardens? Yes! My title, this live stream, is a sample of that. Go over there. Do you like? Do all the social media stuff. Use the like buttons. Subscribe. Have you not already subscribed? And monetization. Monetize. Have you not already monetized me as pretty? Hi. Thank you. I'm pretty in pink today. I just ate my lunch. Well, sort of lunch, brunch. First foods I ate today. My kettle boils hot cold water stovetop. Boils cold water, hot stovetop. I have my first hot beverage today since yesterday. It was yesterday something. Oh, and since I drank a ginger ale mini can of, and I sipped some water, and I ate one serving of yogurt. I ate most all of it. You can see that video on my News Travel Adventures, Avrobella's News Travel Adventures at Living Well with 7mm kidney stone. I've ate that. I'm trying to figure what my beverage is going to be. I suppose it's going to be, I'm going to have a coffee. And I know it's late in the day, although I'm going to have my coffee with some honey. And then I'm going to eat some walnuts, one serving of, and then I'm going to rest. Well, my mom eats whatever. And I was going to have something else. I might have that and or half. And then I'm considering having some soup and crackers and or noodle soup. Simple Cozy Kitchen Witchery. And I'm going to have some raw cucumber in a very little while. That should settle. And can I not eat the same as my mom? I most definitely am having either an English muffin toasted and buttered with some avocado creamy buttery condiment. It's supposed to be plant-based. I don't know that is omega-3, etc. And I'll have that. I know what I want to eat, like a McDonald's extra large French fries. I would be really, really good about now, although I cannot. I'll have a raw cucumber, some of and a whole one, and a piece of celery. I might just have half a cucumber, piece of raw celery, half a raw carrot, um, bagel and or half an English muffin. My mom can have, and maybe I'll have some of the bacon with that, the plant-based. Um, I don't know. See how I do with all that first, and then I'll have, because I'll have what I can have, and then maybe my mom and I'll have some soup later today. Friday we were pink. We were supposed to go out, and I was like, I know I was going to change into something else later today. I just didn't feel like it. When I vomit, when it's a kidney stone attack, symptoms, behaviors, I suppose side effects of having a kidney stone. Oh, I end up sick as anything. At least it happened when I was sitting down this time, and I just lay down a little bit for a little bit. Almost everything I ate my dinner came up. Lots of the french fries came up. I have it over there. I have to put in the garbage. I don't know what caused it other than kidney stone. I've had the symptoms and behaviors and side effects before, and were I to have gone to the hospital once more, they wouldn't have showed and told me what was ailing me. They probably would have just told me it was a bruise, or that, would they send one of those specialists to me? Would I have been put through emergency and surgically altered, as though they would take the kidney stone out and lower down, fix whatever, see if they could find my missing ovary? No, I'd sit around, I'd be taken out in a stretcher. I'd have to walk to my stretcher probably. The paramedics are that lazy and not professional. They'd probably have me walk to the ambulance. And then I'd get there, and I'd probably be put in a wheelchair and or wait for hours on end. And the doctor would just, I wouldn't be surprised if the doctor would showed and told me that there's not even a kidney stone. It's all figments of my imagination, and put me in psych ward instead of giving me, and that's why I'm as sick as I am physically. Could be worse, I suppose. Oh, I don't see how it could be worse than this. Really? Yesterday was, all I could think it was maybe the crushed jalapeno peppers. It was too spicy. I didn't eat many. I didn't even have time. I didn't even have time to digest. And the weather was supposed to be a snow day today. And we had plans this afternoon. And instead canceled. Oh. The yogurt is staying down. It's nice and good. Yay. And I'll have some walnuts, and then I can snack on the walnuts while I am making my mom food. How many eggs do you want, Mom? How many eggs do you want? It's a jumbo one then. That's good to know. And I'll have my coffee and tea when I finish making that. She's going to have like 2 potato patties. Bacon. Only 2 slices. Eggs. She'll like that. I had a doctor once that kept, my mom had a doctor. He didn't want to be my doctor. He refused to actually give me any health care as often as possible there. And I figured since I was there, you know, might as well get all over. And that's the place that made me sicker than I am right now. I blame it on their lack of health cares. His name was Narcissistic Abusive Stalker Dr. Jassim. And he refused to be my doctor. He couldn't stop being a walk-in doctor. Couldn't refuse me that often. He wasn't a good doctor anyways. My mom alleged cholesterol levels, etc. And I was like, she eats too much bacon. And I'm like, it's okay to maybe have bacon and egg every day if it's like 1 or 2 slices and 1 egg. But she was eating more than that, quite lots more. More than that. She would eat a whole packet in one sitting, and that was too much. And I have evidence. There's evidence on the internet and media. She really likes her bacon, but she had some moderation. And I can't eat it anymore because I have a kidney stone. I have this issue here. Health symptoms, side effects, and my cat died 2025, and then I didn't feel well more here, and I was taken to hospital by paramedics, and I was tested. Do I have COVID-19 severe acute respiratory syndrome? And I was diagnosed instead with influenza type A. That is one of the deadliest strains of influenza. And 5 months later, I'm feeling somewhat better. And then I'm like, I went to my doctor and I'm like, I still don't feel well. I can't do it. And not the same place, not the same doctors. And I was desperate and I said, I really, truly don't feel well. Let's get some more tests. So we tested everything and came back with kidney stone, etc. And HRT estrogen levels low. And it's nothing mental health, nuts, and nuts as in crazy. It's just living. It's life. And and it's not mental health. It's just what it is. And yesterday I thought I could eat anything and everything I wanted to, and I could not. And today I want to eat more, and I cannot. Although there's lots of alternatives, like I said, at least I can have a little bit of salt in my celery, and I can have some condiment. I might even just have a salad. I don't know, but I'm definitely eating half a cucumber and half a piece, some piece of celery. That's good for me. I could eat more celery. I could eat the whole lot. I love celery. That wouldn't cause the upset. It was during while I was eating, and I felt okay. Before I was fine. That's it. At my age, I'm getting a pimple on my forehead. Hey, babe. Very sexy. Thank you. Fridays. Today is a Friday. Friday 13. Friday the 13th. Fridays wear pink. Are you wearing pink this Friday? I'm wearing pink, obviously. I'm going to put on some more pink soon. I like the color pink on Fridays. Oh, this reminds me of ballet, cottagecore, cottage fae. Do you want I do more social media? Internet? Yes? No? Avril Bellis' newest travel adventures, or Avril and Fur Babies Bellis Fairies Gardens? Please vote. More votes, the better and greater my social and media internet. Social media internet be. What are you up to? Into? Well, cottage core, cottage fae. Excuse me, myself, pets, fur babies, all animals and all botany, and all pets, all fur babies. Some simple, cozy kitchen witchery. I like walking. I like walk fit indoors and outside. Uh, I like coffees. I am showing and telling my adventures, one and or more kidney stones. Before now, I got. I really liked that yogurt. It was good. Nice burp. Thank you. It was a beauty burp. And yeah, and I like being semi-retired, semi-retired. I like doing internet, social media. It gives me something to do. Did. I quit the Active Adult Center of Mississauga, all because other person, the narcissistic, abusive stalker, and the staff there, and all later and all since. My mom and I didn't deserve being yelled at by her and falsely alleged and falsely accused and lied to by her. And we should have been treated fairly by the staff I went to meeting, and we were not. And today is March 13, as what now, 3 weeks? More than 3 weeks since. Because we did not lie and we were not guilty instead of that narcissistic abusive stalker. And it's not the first time she did that. She did that many times before. And she tried, lied it was me. That it was me that did it. She might have had to, she lied she had to get a new phone number and stuff, and lied it was me phone calling her, and it wasn't me, it was my mom and her phone calling each other, and emails and everything. She lied. I have more than 5 emails from her lying all about us, and photos of, and videos of, and during February 18, 2026, they didn't even acknowledge my mom's birthday. They didn't celebrate it until it was mentioned, and they were reminded, allegedly. They thought it was a show, such as social media, internet. My mom said it was one of the worst birthdays she's had from them. They didn't give her a greeting card. They didn't give her any contents, any gifts. They didn't bring any cake or anything to celebrate with her. They didn't consideration her health, symptoms, behaviors, and side effects, disabilities, and that I wasn't feeling well. And it wasn't mental health, it was physical health, as I mentioned earlier. They didn't care. They just kept lying and took that narcissistic, abusive stalker Betty Bradley's side of it all. There's evidence everywhere. What's she gonna do? Trying to sue for slander and defamation? She was there. She lied. She did it all herself. She doesn't deserve any retribution. She should have been suspended and or expelled from there long ago. And all before and all during and all later and all since Bill Beckett suspended and or expelled from Mississauga Senior Citizen Center, Square One Older Adult Center, the Open Door and Active Adult Center, Mississauga. Honestly. And I worked there. Is there any evidence that she complained about me before? There, do they have documented proof? Is it verbal meetings and everything? I mean, it's not my fault. It never has been. It never was. And it's her name and her face, her voice. Everything was her. That narcissistic, abusive stalker, Betty Bradley. And we haven't had anything to do with her since. My mom has cried, and in front of them, they just didn't care. And when my mom has witnessed it more herself, and I'm like, Mom, here it is, even on video. I said, Mom, you don't deserve that. You phone called her like she asked you to phone call her, and that's her voice. It's not a man that she tried to convince you of. It was her voice. I have it on video. She's a liar. She's a stalker. She's a narcissistic, abusive stalker that should, can, could, may, must, and need keep away from us. Think all those times I trusted my mom alone with her. I knew it should never happen, but I went. She kept, tried, I suppose, brain damaged, convinced my mom to stay away from me. They used to go on the internet and get stuff and say, this is what your daughter is showing and telling about you and us. We don't like it. And then my mom would get upset and sided with them. And then afterwards, all those years, my mom finally saw them as who they really were. Or, that's not friendship. That's not a friend. And the staff there thought they were friends. And I'm like, no, they're not friends. They're just people that we with at the center. We didn't know them very. They just latched onto us, and that was it, you know. I didn't really want to know her. She's kind of gross. She's not kind of gross. She is gross. I mean, that's disgusting. That's grotesque. Accusing my mom of not phone called her 4 times and lied to my mom's face. That never happened. I mean, and since they witnessed my mom's mental health records, that's abuse. And I didn't do that. They did. And as since March 18 was the last time we've been there, and I'm not gonna beg anymore to get a mall walker link so I could attend mall walkers virtually. I'm not a beggar, and I'm not guilty, and I didn't lie. I just really truly don't want to know about it. I really truly don't want to know about it anymore. No, and not any one of them should, can, could, may, must, and need at on, in, out, from, and by, as well as residential and all elsewhere, and especially residential securities guards, parking, and alleged concierges should not, cannot, could not, may not, must not, and need not. Allowed and allows and permits and consents those other people to add on, in, out, from, and by residential establishes and contents, all contents, and all elsewhere, including banking and including mail and including Active Out Center, Mississauga, the mall there, and all elsewhere. Honestly, it's none of their business. And health cares. Every time they go to, they should have been arrested and judiciary punished. Stalking us more. It's not wellness checks. It's not caring. It's nothing. Any doctors and or nurses and or patients' relations they've gone to, the staff there should have reported it to the courts and or lawyers and or police that the information is not available, and where they here and elsewhere we lived before, it was trespass. And all that they told my mom wasn't real. And my mom mental health, that doctor that I didn't like, Dr. at Craig Valley Hospital, Dr. Judy Fernando. My mom kept saying she couldn't remember like she used to. She couldn't remember the same as she used to. She had some difficulties remembering. What happened that but February 18 this year isn't that. It was just my mom being lied to. That's different mental health. Good beverages, foods. I'll be back in a few. Well, thank you for your likes and votes. Keep voting. Can you do a twirl in a minute? Yes. You're so beautiful, hen. Thank you. My mom is a beautiful person too. Hello, of older. Of hello, beautiful. Do you do adult content on another platform? I like getting monetized, even if it's just a few dollars every day. It's nice to get monetized. About 20 minutes. What is the platform? I'll put the link again on my community post page when I finish doing my food vlog. Can I have the link? Yes, just have to wait till the end of the live stream. I'm gonna go. Oh, this doesn't make me look. I haven't walk fitted today. I haven't did walk fit, I should say. I'm going to get some food, and I'll come back. And I don't believe that nowadays, and before too, um, creators that want to do mukbangs with and or without ASMRs could make. Everybody should get monetized. Do mukbangs with and or without ASMRs, including me. And when my pet pussycat alive, my cat should got monetized too. Only narcissistic abusive stalkers didn't want Asbellicis didn't want me, that is, monetized. Those that wanted to monetize could make must indeed monetize me. The accessibility should be available to them. I want babe, please. I do. I wish I could get monetization, even if it's just a few dollars every day. Pay for my coffee and whatever. Be a nice treat. You know how I'm gonna do? I'm gonna say that for tomorrow for rosemary. I want some for Sunday. Bacon, eggs, walnuts, one, celery and cucumber, carrot. I really like to fry egg. And that's at least one Brazil nut. small tablespoonfuls of walnuts. Prior to laws and human rights and Bill of Rights in sections 2A and 2B, nobody should, can, could, may, must, and need harassment, bullying, discrimination, prejudice, racism, bigotry, hate, jealousy, violence, vandalism, predatory, resentful, internet trolling, cyberstalking, and all other times, all about, all to, and all about Asbestos, including mental health and disabilities, and all other times, all witnessed. I have scrambled egg too. I got some rice. I'm gonna have mine with rice. No, blah. Come on, first. I'm gonna hard go there. Oh. At all times, one and more, list corporation staff, corporation, did and or why it did, does do, wellness checks on my mom and or I, or under one or more other, and all since February 18, 2026. They should be, they can be, could be, may be, must be, and need be judiciary punished. That's all that I just mentioned. Privacy and safety. Take this first, and I'll have my coffee. Putting on photos, videos, real-time live streaming, one and more other person maybe did. Where we lived before and here. That's also what gave us privacy and safety and should, can, could, may, must, and need, not lawful, not legal, not safe, not competent, not employable, done. And instead of us. LPSCC 850, LPSCC 807, all other residents with and without themselves, board members, board of directors, security, 1911, etc., 1908, etc., 1907, etc., 1906, 1905, etc. 1303, 1301, 1304, 1202, 1402, etc. I didn't want to take my fur baby further away than what she used to last year, months, years alive, because the changes would have mentally and physically worsened my greatly illness. I believe evidence to this. Well, I'll just have a garden boiled egg and some rice. No, this neighborhood. Privacy and safety. You have to give it to us, and that's clean. Can't give us grotesque. Fucking idiots. And if they do, they didn't do boundaries. Fucking idiots. Mental health issues are not any of our business. They need to leave us alone. I'll be dirty in their own apartments. That's their decisions, not us. The staff should clean it all. All securities cameras were all on. All before, all during, all later, all since. All those real time, all recorded, all videos of, and all photos of. Should can, could, may, must, and need admissible everywhere. And to add on in, out, from, and by all courts. We didn't lie and we're not guilty, us fellas instead of them. Really, truly are stalkers. I'd be surprised if they're on my social media today. Because they have nothing better, nothing greater to do this and do. And they don't do their jobs titles, jobs duties, jobs details, jobs descriptions. And did any of them and or other residents took time off school and or work, lied that they were afraid of us, they were victims. Instead, they lied and are paranoid, aggressive, and agitated, and persecutory delusional. I'm not guilty. We are not guilty. We did not lie. Oh, I got some pineapple. I've had some banana today. Maybe this Sunday I'll have some pineapple. That would be nice. What? Good. You like them, eh? You like them? What? Good. I'm gonna hard boil my egg because it's supposed to be better for me. I have to get myself a pot and hard boil my egg. Other people, too many showed up in one area, lying that they were not rent, and that they had rights whether they were rent or not. According to all the information I looked into, they're not allowed to do that. I'm looking up again, but I'm going to narrate it well. In Ontario, condominium corporations have a strict legal duty to ensure a safe, harassment-free environment for all residents and staff. This obligation is rooted in several provincial laws that require boards to take action against violent, discriminatory, or harassing behavior. Alleged boards, actual. Safety and security. Under Section 117 of the Condominium Act, no person may carry out an activity that is likely to cause injury to an individual. Courts have ruled that this injury includes psychological harm from verbal or written abuse, such as threats and persistent harassment. The Ontario Human Rights Code requires condo boards to provide an environment free from discrimination and harassment based on protected grounds, including race, citizenship, creed, religion, sex, and disability. Under the Occupation Health and Safety Act, condo corporations must have policies and procedures to protect staff, like alleged managers and alleged concierges, from workplace violence and harassment from any source, including residents. Condo corporations are generally expected to address the following through their governing documents and enforcement procedures. Harassment and bullying, defined as unwelcome or vexatious comments or conduct. Discrimination and racism, any unequal treatment based on protected grounds under the Human Rights Code. Nuisance and destruction, sections 117, bracket 2, bracket of the Act prohibits activities that result in unreasonable annoyance or disruption to others. Criminal acts, serious matters such as violence, stalking, theft, or kidnapping are criminal offenses. While the corporation has a duty to manage the community, residents should contact Peel Regional Police for immediate safety threats. Enforcement steps for residents, report the innocent, review governing documents, legal, blah, blah, blah. In Ontario, all condominium. In Ontario, Canada, all condominium corporations, including PSCC 850 and PSCC 807, Mississauga, are legally bound by the Ontario Condominium Act and the Human Rights Code to maintain a safe and harassment-free environment. Legal obligations of PSCC 850 and PSCC 807. Prohibition of dangerous activities. Under Section 117 of the Condominium Act, no person is permitted to engage in activities likely to cause injury or illness to an individual. Ontario courts have increasingly interpreted injury to include psychological harm caused by harassment and bullying. Human rights protection. Corporations must ensure residents are not subjected to discrimination or harassment based on protected grounds, including race, ethnic origin, citizenship, creed, and disabilities. Enforcement of rules. Alleged board of directors, actual staff, are responsible for enforcing the corporation's governing documents, which typically include specific rules against nuisance, noise, and disruptive behavior. Both contact and location information. Both corporations are part of the Absolute Condos Complex in Mississauga. PSCC 850, PSCC 807. If you are experiencing any of these prohibited behaviors you listed, safety emergencies for immediate threats, violence, and criminal acts like stalking or break-in and entering, contact Peel Regional Police. written notice, report harassment or rule violations directly to your property manager or board of directors in writing to trigger their duty to investigate. Asbellis did all of that. As I said, I read it to you. And I've documented it several times by emails and everything and on social media. Asbellis were not lying. Asbellis were not guilty. It's all on securities cameras, and we have videos and recordings and photos of. And they did nothing. Actually, some of the staff did it too. And there's evidence of that. Whether we have actual hard copies of it, there's ISPs, there's Wi-Fi's, there's internet evidence. Such as, YouTube, Facebook, Messenger, all that stuff. We have reasons that my mom can't hear and see the way she is. That's under the word disabilities. Other people should not be yelling and screaming at us anytime, banging on walls and anything, back doors and anything, bothering us. All before, all during, all later, and all since October 31, 2024. All should, can, could, may, must, and need, show and tell, showed and told, shows and tells, and react, reacted, and reacts. All about, all to, all about, all happened to us. All happened. Everywhere.
So you've just found a spider in your house. What are some things that you can...
First green. Mom took the survey. Oh wow, what a beautiful bird.
Choose me. Look at this treasure. Pure gold, pure power.
The sea is full of treasures, but none like her.
Who are you?
After you use it, there's no undoing it.
Thank you, truly.
If you wear it thinking of me, I'll come. If not, I'll remember you anyway. This isn't goodbye. Take care.
He said he'd come if I wore it thinking of him. And right now, I want to see him. I don't know what I'll say when I see him. I just know I need to see him.
I thought I'd never see her again. I'm glad I get to see her again. I didn't think it would happen. I missed her more than I thought.
It's been a while since I found something worth the trouble. That ends today.
Let me go. You have no idea what you're doing.
He said he'd come. Why isn't he coming?
Any minute now, my eggs should be ready. Need some water. Oh. I tell you, I never thought I'd see the day where I'd have anything worse than bereavement that I recovered. And I did. I do. Kidney stone. I have my coffee and honey. I'm going to give myself a little plate of food. this because I love all animals. I just want something that I eat. See if I have any rice or something. Oh my. Ugh. Ah, I found some. Maybe I just ate too late last night too. I'll meet up with you on the internet when it's over. Today is Fridays to eat eggs. An egg salad sandwich or whatever. Some ground pepper, some salt, ground black pepper, I should say, salt. Before, during, later, and since February 18, 2026. My doing social media is not harassing and bullying anybody. Not discriminatory, not discrimination, it's not prejudice, it's not prejudice. Not violence, not violent. Not hate. Not predatory, not resentful. I'm not internet trolling, I'm not stalking anybody. Instead, lawful and legal, sane and competent, and employable. I'll come back later when I finish my coffee, maybe into another live stream. I have to go rest now. I'm finishing this. Cucumber, I'm eating some. Doesn't that look good? a nice day. Be kind to all, everywhere. Kindness, kind. I am kind. I was kind. For a 3%, as for a 3% no, and 14% Avril, and for Baby's Bellis Fairies Gardens. Thank you all voted. Have a nice day. Goodbye.